Going on to you, Leo. So you have the King of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Ten of Cups, Eight of Swords, the World, Two of Pentacles, the Judgment, Queen of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Nine of Cups. Starting to become more familiar with these cards. So the King of Pentacles for you, Leos, the Chariot, the Ten of Cups. Around this time, a lot of you Leos are just looking at a lot of different people like everybody fake. Everybody fake to kind of give it a title of this video. And what I mean by that is so many people, a lot of you Leos are very much so experienced. And a lot of you Leos really, I don't know, man. Like a lot of you Leos are experienced, but one of the things that you've learned on your experience is like, because I'm having problems expressing it really accurately, if y'all can understand. And a lot of y'all are just looking at so many other people like they're fake, because so many people, you're so used to a lot of people talking like they're about that life, really getting to know you, being in a relationship. And then when people get into it with you, now all of a sudden it's like they flip the script. Now all of a sudden they act like that's not what it is that they want, and they don't know you and all this other stuff. And the Eight of Swords and the World now represents, and this is where a lot of you feel like, or you have felt like in the past, like it's inevitable, right? Like this is inevitable. Like everybody's trying to put so much of an emphasis on being in a relationship, and that if you're not in one, then you trash. But then a lot of you Leos are trying to actually be in a real functional relationship, but people are trash to you. So it's like a lot of you Leos see the hypocrisy in it about, you know, and that's where the Eight of Swords is, because the Eight of Swords doesn't necessarily always represent the other person. The Eight of Swords can represent you too. And the Eight of Swords is about, again, if you pay attention to the card, it's about you being tied to a wall, in the sense of it's hypocritical, because now it's like if you go out there and try to date people are gonna act like they don't have common sense. But if you don't say anything, you're gonna be single. So it's like a lot of you Leos like, okay, well, what should you do? What is the actual answer? You know what I mean? And the World represents, this is you understanding things from a whole new, greater perspective. And the greater perspective in particular is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is about, one of the lessons that you learn is a lot of times people are wishy-washy, right? People are dealing with cognitive dissonance. And what I mean when I say cognitive dissonance is they have two conflicting ideas, and they're going with the one that's more easy to accept. So people out here, remember I told y'all that there's different forms of singlehood. People have this idea of you got to get the person before they get you, which is one idea. But then the other idea that conflicts with that is their actual lived experience that you Leos have with them. That the way that these people experience you is way off, way off. To the contrary of, it's way off to the contrary of what they thought, or what it is that they've read in magazines, seen TV shows. So the Judgment now represents, what do they choose? Sorry, I just ate. What it is that they choose. They choose to be dysfunctional. They choose to destroy whatever trust the two of you are trying to build. So they're very much so, they put themselves back to sleep because again, cognitive dissonance. They got two conflicting ideas. One idea, right? One idea is they gotta get you before you get them. The other idea is, this Leo's been good to me. I kind of like this Leo, but now it's like, which one, they're at odds with themselves. And this is exactly what I mean. The Queen of Pentacles. You're so good to the point where people who are on that type of time where they're dysfunctional, they can't rock with you. I told y'all there's different forms of singlehood. You could be single because you are that terrible. You can also be single, right, because you're that great and that people can't rock with you because, again, cognitive dissonance. They have to try to believe the worst in you, even if you haven't given them a reason to. They have to believe the worst in you. So the Queen of Pentacles represents, but that's okay because you Leos know the best in you. And the Emperor represents Aries, but it's still fire. But the Aries is about you in this particular reading because obviously also about you, because this is about how a lot of you Leos are okay with people prejudging you or judging the world out of you, right? Even though they got to know you, they still judging you, but they're judging you incorrectly. You know what I mean? And then you have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups represents how it is that people are going to see their own delusion of whatever it is that they want to see. You can't allow yourself to be so caught up in the situation. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the World. You have the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Nine of Pentacles. Excuse me. The Queen of Wands and the Knight of Swords is, to clarify the World, is about how it is that a lot of people, these two cards, a lot of people will challenge you. And it's not that they're challenging you for a reason of evolution. They're challenging you because most people are playing games because they're caught up in cognitive dissonance. They have this mentality where they really put energy and effort into the idea that they got to get you before you get them. But the Queen of Wands represents you are not going with the flow. You Leos you're not playing games. You're not playing games. If these people play games with you, you're just going to leave them. But the Knight of Swords, these people think that you're playing games with them. So the High Priestess and the Nine of Pentacles now represent, so as a result, the High Priestess is about, so just kind of what it is that you're doing, right? The High Priestess is about you Leos remaining silent and moving in silence now, and kind of doing something that's counterintuitive to Leo, which is seeking attention, right? Normally, Leos would be seeking attention, or you would get attention, even if you're not necessarily always seeking it. But now a lot of you Leos are incognito in the sense of you don't want attention too much, nor are you putting yourself in a position to socialize with others to get that attention. So very much so staying up on out of the way. And the Nine of Pentacles now represents you Leos being in a situation where, because you've got your own things that you have to think about, your own, right? Your own world. And a lot of you Leos just don't care. So let's clarify the Nine of Cups. So you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Two of Cups, right? So this is a situation for a lot of you where what you got to understand is, to clarify the Nine of Cups, which is their own perception of you, is that you Leos will move forward. You Leos, they will try to prejudge you, but you Leos don't care. because you're just moving, you're just passing through, you're moving through. So you're going to continue to move on with your life. They're going to try to pull you in some sort of games. It's not going to work. 10 of Wands, 2 of Cups. You'll move. You'll be where it is that you are. 2 of Cups. And you'll live your life, you know. So you Leos are very much so breaking free from the stereotypes that people tried to put on to you.